morning, everyone. The Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic will come to order. And I want to welcome everyone who's here today, as well as our witnesses. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. Pursuant to Rule 7D of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability, and at the discretion of Chairman Comer, Mr. Jordan, a member of the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic will come to order. And I want to welcome everyone who's here today, as well as our witnesses. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. Pursuant to Rule 7D of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability, and at the discretion of Chairman Jordan, a member of the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic will come to order. And I want to welcome everyone who's here today, as well as our witnesses. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. Pursuant to Rule 7D of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability, and at the discretion of Chairman Jordan, a member of the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic will come to order. And I want to welcome everyone who's here today, as well as our witnesses. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. Pursuant to Rule 7D of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability, and at the discretion of Chairman Jordan, a member of the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic will come to order. And I want to welcome everyone who's here today, as well as our witnesses. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. Pursuant to Rule 7D of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability, and at the discretion of evolved naturally from an animal or a mammal or a tick to become highly infectious to humans. The truth is, we don't know the origins of COVID-19 yet for sure. We don't have a smoking gun. First, the science behind COVID-19. The genome of COVID-19 is inconsistent with expectations and is unique for its group of viruses. COVID-19 has both a binding domain optimized for human cells and a furin cleavage site, or a small part of the virus that makes it so infectious. that has never been seen before in the SARS-related virus. In other words, COVID-19 has unique characteristics that made it very infectious to humans. These have never been seen before in any other viruses of its type. Most viral outbreaks are slow and small. CDC data shows SARS infected approximately 8,000 people worldwide.
Never been seen before
And
in the SARS-related virus. In other words, COVID-19 has unique characteristics that made it very infectious to humans. These have never been seen before in any other viruses of its type. Most viral outbreaks are slow and small. CDC data shows SARS infected approximately 8,000 people worldwide. Never been seen before in the SARS-related virus. In other words, COVID-19 has unique characteristics.
Research on novel bat coronaviruses by creating chimeric viruses, combining two viruses together to test infectivity and infecting mice with these viruses. Work that former COVID-19 task force coordinator, Dr. Deborah Birx, confirmed was, in fact, gain of function, contrary to statements by Dr. Fauci. We have learned that the Wuhan Institute has poor biosafety and was conducting this research at only biosafety level 2, described as the Wild West by Dr. Jeremy Farrar, a virologist from the UK, now chief scientist for the WHO. We have learned through a leaked DARPA grant application that with US taxpayer backing, the Wuhan Institute proposed inserting furin cleavage sites into novel coronaviruses, the same unique genetic aspect of COVID-19.
DARPA grant application.
And we know, according to a State Department fact sheet, the multiple researchers at the Wuhan Institute were sick with COVID-19-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, before the Chinese officially announced the outbreak. Third, concerning actions of NIH and EcoHealth Alliance, records show that the National Institutes of Health, while the U.S. was under a moratorium on gain-of-function research, exempted EcoHealth Alliance and the Wuhan Institute from this very ban. Records show that the National Institutes of Health allowed EcoHealth to conduct risky research on novel coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute without going through the Potential Pandemic Pathogen Department level review board. Records show that EcoHealth violated federal grant policy and failed to file its 5-year progress report for more than 2 years. Records show that EcoHealth violated the terms of its grant and failed to report an experiment that resulted in gain of function of a coronavirus at the Wuhan Institute. Fourth, for some reason that we do not yet know, leaders in the scientific community took action to attempt to convince the world that they should not take the lab leak theory seriously.
Of a coronavirus.
Dr. Francis Collins stated he was more concerned with harm to international harmony than he was with investigating the
Leaders
lab
in the
leak.
scientific community.
Dr. Fauci said the lab leak theory was a shiny object that will go away in time. The president of EcoHealth, Dr. Peter Daszak, orchestrated a letter in the Lancet that called the lab leak a conspiracy theory, a statement that directly benefited
Theory was a shiny
Dr. Daszak
object that will
himself.
go away.
And 4 scientists, after a conference call with Dr. Fauci, completely reversed their position. Dr. Christian Anderson said he found the genome inconsistent with evolutionary theory. And Dr. Robert Gary said he really can't think of a possible natural scenario. But a few days later, published a paper saying the exact opposite. A paper based on the new emails we released, claimed to be prompted by Dr. Fauci himself. And fifth, the intelligence. FBI Director Christopher Wray confirmed publicly that the FBI assesses COVID-19 most likely originated from a lab incident in Wuhan. And the Wall Street Journal reported the Department of Energy now also believes a lab leak is the most likely origin. These aren't run-of-the-mill agencies. The FBI used experts in biological threats and was reportedly supported by the National Bioforensic Analysis Center, and the Department of Energy used its own Z Division, experts in investigating biological threats. These are some of the facts as we know them, but there's so much more to do. We are here today to try and understand what and why. It's important to conduct this investigation. Discovering the origins is vital. It matters for the future of the world.
But there's so much.
And we aren't finished. We're just beginning. There will be more hearings and more inquiries and more documents discovered. We will follow every lead. I look forward to hearing from our expert witnesses today, and I thank them for joining us today. Thank you. I would now like to recognize Ranking Member Ruiz for the purpose of making an opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today, the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic convenes for its first hearing to discuss the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic, an issue of vital importance to our nation's public health. Since the first outbreak of COVID-19, researchers in the scientific community have worked tirelessly to evaluate the virus and advance our understanding of its origins. Dozens of studies have been conducted or are currently underway to evaluate this question. And under President Biden's direction and leadership, the intelligence community initiated a sweeping assessment to get to the bottom of the virus origins. The facts are, the evidence remains inconclusive.
Bullshit.
Therefore, we